Hey guys, welcome to the Retarded Sex Pandas Retarded Mario Special, where we go through the best and the worst online Mario games. Coming in for number 4 is Super Mario Bounce, which our team rated 7.5 out of 10. For this game, you strictly need your left and your right key on your directional pad, and Mario automatically bounces as seen in the gameplay footage, and you try to solve different puzzles throughout each level. Sound easy? It's not. This online game is fairly tricky at some points, because you cannot bounce towards an enemy like you normally would step on them, and sometimes the death rate is kind of glitchy. However, the gameplay makes up for it. Coming in for the third best game is Super Mario Over 1, which got an 8.5 out of 10. It's not your classic Mario game. It's basically defend your castle Mario style. Yet unlike Mario style, as you can see here, you can choose between Uzis and assault rifles and alien blasters and all stuff like that. And the point is to defend the Mario's castle from Mario enemies. This game gets difficult really quickly, however it's very forgiving, so if you feel like you're gonna die, there's castle repairs for very cheap, and it's an overall forgiving game that edges you to play more. Number 2 was rewarded to Luigi 2, which got an 8.7 out of 10, and is a huge game. There's many different modes. At first it was a little challenging to move. It was a bit stiff, but it's overall an amazing game. There's several bosses. I think there'll be one right now, which is sped up because I really suck at Mario games. But several bosses. It's an in-depth game, which is really what you want online and what you'd never find online. So that is why this game gets rewarded in 8.7 out of 10. I think that was. And finally, what you've been waiting for, what received a 9 out of 10, is Super Mario Sunshine. Sounds very familiar. However, it's not the GameCube version, because it's Super Mario Sunshine 64! This is just an intro level here, but Super Mario Sunshine 64 is basically a dumbed-down, shortened version of Super Mario 64 with FLUDD, which is your water jetpack. It's an amazing game. It's huge. It's one huge game that you will find yourself playing for hours and hours because it's so fun. Maybe not hours, maybe tens and tens of minutes, but it really is fun. If you can see here, it looks exactly like the castle, and you jump in the pictures. And this is literally the first level of Super Mario 64 fully. And you even have the different missions. It's almost exactly like Super Mario 64 in the concept that, other than, it's in 2D and it's a Flash version, but it's an amazing game, outstanding. I highly recommend you play this out of all the other ones. On to the worst games. Second worst game is Super Flash Mario Bros. In general, it's really not that bad of a game, but when you boil down to it, the controls are terrible, the jumping is way out of proportion, you over-exaggerate everything, and it stops you from living. So it does deserve second worst. I recommend you check it out. Give me your opinions on what you think. It could just be me. I could just be the worst Mario online player I've ever seen. I don't know. Just check it out. The worst game, which seems like it's made by a 13-year-old at home, is Super Mario Bros. 2, which received a 1. There's really nothing to say about this game. You have to see it for yourself. I don't know if it's just me once again. I have no clue, but this game sucked. The graphics were lacking. I mean, why would the background be a pyramid? Why not something a little more Mario-ish? And basically everything lacked. The controls were lacking to an extreme. The enemies were lacking. You can't kill enemies. Even the cubes were lacking. Something that you think you can jump on, you can't. Something that you think you can't jump on, you can. Don't assume anything when you play this game, if you play this game, which I highly recommend you don't. Just don't assume anything, and you'll probably be an all-time superstar with this game. I could not survive, so good luck, and thanks for watching the Retarded Sex Panda Retarded Mario Online Special. See you next time.